right, so today we're going to use GeoGebra to dilate some objects here. So make sure you have GeoGebra up on your Chromebook before you get going too much further. Feel free to pause the recording and then get GeoGebra up and then come back. I'm just going to keep on talking. And so remember, a lot of you like the grid on. So if you want the grid on, you're going to come over here to this spot here and then choose your grid option. And this is the one we want right here. And so now we can see kind of the coordinates a little bit better. And what we're going to do is actually problem number 38 from the assignment, and then you will do a screenshot and email this one to me along with 40 and 42. I am going to change the directions on 40 and 42 a little bit, so please stand by for that information. So 38 would like us to take some points, and we're going to dilate it by a scale factor of 2 and then by a scale factor of a half, the original that is. And it has given us A, B, and C, and it wants us to use the origin as the center of dilation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get point A in there. So remember, you can go to your input here, and a big capital A equals, because remember, if you use lowercase, it's going to create a vector. And that's not what we want. So we're going to put A in there, and according to my notes here, it's 3, 4 is point A, and you can see it's kind of already over here, but not official yet because I haven't hit enter. Again, capital B equals, and then that's 6, 10. All right. Oh, I don't see that one. Well, I think it's off my graph up here. We'll have to fix that in a second here. And then C equals, again, capital C, and I've got -3, 5. Again, at any point, if I get going too fast in the recording, you can feel free to pause or pause every once in a while, see that you can keep up. So I can't see B, so I'm going to kind of, there it is. Okay, so now we can see it a little bit. And we are going to use 0, 0 as our center of dilation, so we should probably put that point in as well. I'm just going to call it D. You could have really called it anything as long as you didn't use A, B, and C. But you actually have to put the point in. Oh, once again, I've moved too much, so oh, there it is, 0, 0, so we're good. Now we are going to dilate this by 2, so we're going to have to, let's get our actual polygon together here. So it's just A, B, C. Don't connect D, because remember, that's just our center of dilation. And so remember, if we put these lines in from D out to all of those, kind of like we did before, so we're going to make this much bigger. So I think that's going to be a slight problem. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to zoom out a little bit. Just make sure you don't touch the X and Y axis when you do that. That does tend to cause problems. Remember, if you have anything weird start happening with GeoGebra, go back to this arrow, and then see if somebody can help you get back to where you were before, or see if you can figure out how to get back to where you were before. And so now you notice that we have our triangle. I think 40 and 42 I think at least 42 is quadrilateral. And so keep that in mind as you do those. And so I want to dilate this triangle by a scale factor of 2 with reference to this center of dilation. So we're going to go to our button here that has reflections in it, rotations, translations, and everything. That's kind of where we've been using it for this chapter. And so we're going to dilate from a point. You can see at the bottom I have to figure the object and the center dilation, and then I also have to give it the scale factor. Well, that makes sense. That's the information it would need. So we're going to dilate. Well, what do I want to dilate? I want to dilate this triangle. So I'm going to click on it. And then I'm going to click on the center of dilation. And then it's going to, well, that didn't work very well, so we'll try that again. Dilate from point. So that, center of dilation, there we go. It worked. And sometimes it doesn't work for me either, so you just kind of start over. And now it's asking for my scale factor. Notice it doesn't say scale factor, it just says factor. That's all right. So we might as well go ahead and just type in 2. All right. And then you just go ahead and hit OK. Whoa, that got rather large. Okay, and so let's scroll and see if we can see it a little bit better. Oh, there we go. We got it all. And so now we can see A prime, B prime, C prime. Again, you can notice that from here, there's a nice straight line that would connect it. And the measurement from the center of dilation has now been doubled. And if you scroll down over here, you can actually see where those points are. All right, and so it turns into 6, 8, 12, 20, and -6, 10. I think a lot of you noticed the other day that basically, well, A used to be 3, 4, and now A prime is 6, 8 because the scale factor is 2. This only works if the center of dilation is 0, 0. And that's what I'm going to change for problems 40 and 42. Otherwise, you'd have them done very quickly once you noticed this pattern. Just like B, look at that. It was 6, 10. So scale factor becomes 12, 20 after a scale factor of 2. Same thing with -3, 5, turned into -6, 10. All right, so you can see that if I just gave you these problems, it would probably go a lot faster. You wouldn't even need to use GeoGebra, which is why I'm going to change things up for you. But let's not forget the directions here set a scale factor of 2. And now it would like me to take this original by a scale factor of a half. You can probably guess what's going to happen, seeing the center of dilation 0, 0. But here we go. Let's try that again. Dilate from a point. We want to dilate that from the origin. Once again, it's giving me some problems. That's all right. Let's start over. So dilate that about that point. There we go. Now half you can do 1 divided by 2, or might as well just do 0.5. Probably just easier. Hit OK. Apparently it really didn't like that very much. So here we go. Let's try. It might have taken too long there as I was talking. Too much talking. There we go. And so now you notice that they call it C prime 1, B prime 1, A prime 1. But it does at least designate it different from the other ones. And probably no big surprise that 610, right? 610 turned into 3, 5. And what was it? 3, 4 turns into 1.5, 2. So probably no big surprise there. So get your screen so it's out here so you can actually see everything. I'm not really too concerned what I see over here on the left-hand side. But make sure you can see all of this and then take a screenshot of that, or some of you do the partial screenshot, I know. But make sure I can at least see all of this with the center of dilation in there. Again, you could have called that any letter, okay, as you do your screenshot. Okay? Remember, that's control and then the multi-screen icon on the top of your keypad. So now here's the changes that we're going to make for problems 40 and 42. Number 40, I still want you to do the same points they give you in 40. They'll give you, it looks like a G, an H, and an I for a triangle. I still want a scale factor of 2 and a scale factor of a half. But the center of dilation, I want you to make 4, 5 is going to be your center of dilation there. And number 42, you have points M, N, O, and P in the book to start your object. Again, that'd be a quadrilateral. And I still want a scale factor of 2, still want a scale factor of half. But now what you're going to do is use a center of dilation of 5, 0. Right? And so I have those also written down. So if you didn't quite get those off the recording, that's fine. Along with that, the rest of the assignment will be given to you. There's only a few you have to do on GeoGebra. Hopefully this is helpful. Again, you can replay it as needed.